Oh, yeah.
Can you go nice
This is awesome. That's why I come here. Skincare. Once every couple months.
You were my first experiment. Too bad I'm prone to failure. How can I be a citizen when all I see are tetrahedrons? I will never ever get an F for effort. That won't bring back my only daughter. I don't mind if I die unidentified, as long as I'm buried in architecture. What are you offering? Are you offering? Is it free? What are you offering? Are you offering? Is it free? In the house of 1982, built like a ship, your legs are like roofs. What are you offering? Are you offering?
Somebody didn't do laundry this week. Smells like cheese.
What more can you even say of praise from the Vanities team? I mean, the makeup and the hair and the wardrobe, that is a show. I mean, this show is all about specific archetype personalities, and they are brought to life by what they look like. And what they look like is what comes through from our vision executed by Cici and Katie.
My name is Catherine Elhoffer. I was the costume designer for MyMusic.
My name is Cici Andersen, and I am the hair and makeup department head for MyMusic. I got introduced to the TheFineBros about 3 years ago and started working with them off and on different projects. And when they had the opportunity to do a sitcom for YouTube, that was so exciting, and I was so glad to be invited to be part of that project.
We have a huge cast, like a huge number of just regular people that are in the cast, I think 8 regulars, that we have to change out every single episode to a different outfit.
So every look is really specific. We have Indy, who's a hipster, so we tried to give him kind of a hipster hairstyle, something that you might find on the cover of Rolling Stone, you know, kind of an indie band type thing.
For Indy, we really need to focus on getting him like some hipster clothes. So we've got flannels, we've got bell bottoms, some classic shirts. We don't quite know what's gonna play, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be in it because it looks awesome.
2 of the most labor-intensive looks are actually metal and techno. They actually take about the same amount of time, which is funny because it doesn't look like he puts a whole lot of look or a whole lot of effort into the way he looks, but it actually takes about 30 minutes to get his hair just to stand up, plus applying the fake tattoos, which actually proved to be kind of a challenge. Ah, now it's coming out good.
Nice. What did you use this time? Is that 70-30?
I mixed some 70% alcohol.
Yeah.
So Metal's tattoo are compliments of Temp 2 Pro. They're actually the same tattoos that they used on Girl with the Dragon tattoo, which is really cool. Metal is a little bit more like a throwback to what metal used to be. It's actually modeled after the director, Rafi Fine, who used to wear his hair in little spikes when he was a teenager.
So one of the coolest things that we got to do this time is I made a vest for Metal so that he looks like a total metalhead. It's like the vest they'd get, and they'd collect patches for different bands. I just did some basic like death metal and basic like crazy band logo stuff. So and then it just studded all of it.
Then we have Techno, who has like really crazy glitter eyebrows and blue lips and pink lips and hot pink eyebrows sometimes. There's a lot going on with her look.
Her stuff is so like neon and brightly colored that we have to make sure that it's always the right color. But thank God in this season right now, neon is in, so it hasn't been as hard. It was more difficult when we shot in the winter time because neon wasn't in, so we had to special order some stuff.
It's a little hard to come up with a ton of looks for techno and dubstep. Dubstep's makeup doesn't really change.
We didn't have quite a unified discussion with the directors about what exactly they were looking for dubstep, and I really like when I thought dubstep was like techno's twin, so like we really wanted like matching colors and like matching candy, but they really apparently really wanted like steampunk and like a different styles. So he has like some steampunk, but not enough that I'm satisfied. I want more steampunk.
There's this awesome coat too.
Oh, yeah, that coat is cool but falling apart. For dubstep and techno, we're playing this time on the fact that they say plur so much, so I made them candy that says plur so they can wear it on their wrists. I started with the U, and you can see it's kind of like wonky. It's because I didn't know how to make candies at the time, so I learned. What's awesome with dubstep for this block of shooting is that we get to give them LED shirts. So we've got these little LED things that just stick onto a shirt, turn it on, and now we have voice-activated LED shirt. Even you love it. It's
That's
awesome.
ridiculous.
Oh my god, so much eyeliner for Scene. We did like 3 different makeup tests for her. We started out with like just round liner for her, and that wasn't enough, so then we kind of started winging it inside and outside to do that kind of like punk emo look. And even then, it was just not enough. And so by the end of the show, I think we had about 1/4 of an inch line that went all the way around her eye and extended all the way through her face. It was just crazy.
Scene's actually super easy. We just use a lot of the same stuff for her. This hoodie, I think we see a ton of, and it was a lovely Hot Topic purchase.
Today I'm apparently little idol, and so I get to wear like big rings like this and big jewelry and dresses, which is pretty awesome because she never wears dresses. So it's been really, really fun getting to be all the different people and dress like them too.
They're all miracle workers in here, seriously. They make a guy like me look decent on camera, and that takes work.
Intern 2 was one of the harder ones for me to figure out how to dress because we had some sweater vests, we had some button-up shirts, but I never was quite comfortable with how he looked until a friend of mine was visiting from college, and he was a business school friend. He came onto the set, and as he's standing in the wardrobe room, Jack walks in, and it was so weird because they were the exact same person. They had the exact same like hairstyle, like comb over thing, and they were both wearing like sweater vests, button-up shirt, and a tie. And I realized that Intern 2 is based on my business school friend, Wes. I finally realized who Intern 2 was, and he's the struggling business school kid who is just trying to make his way in the world.
Hip hop is making an appearance as himself as well as his entire family, which is going to be interesting for him. You know, I don't know how much lipstick he's worn in his life. And, you know, we're doing some special age makeup, prosthetic free. So that's going to be an interesting kind of creative look for him and for us as well, because it's very technique heavy.
Like the urban look is just so much fun because they really enjoy like just going crazy and making it their own while still having a unified look. So I love like putting him in a Lakers shirt and putting him in some nice bling and some Pimp Daddy necklaces. So much bling for hip hop that any rap artist would be jealous, I would hope. And it's all just hanging out in here. I guess Idol's pretty difficult. We can double up some of the other characters' stuff. Like we can have somebody wearing the same shirt a few times, but the same dress, you're gonna notice. So gotta get a lot of dresses for her. And so I have a lot of dresses for her. She's probably got like 12 different dresses, which is a lot for one person. She's got more than I do, so I'm kind of jealous of her. So Loco Uno is supposed to be from South America, so I have little Virgin Mary and like Jesus bracelet for her. And also, I'm not sure who's gonna get this, but somebody's gonna have a pig ring on. I think it might be Idol.
I want to do a spin-off web series
Where you're
in this character. Would you take that job?
Yes, I would.
You would?
I totally would.
You would do this every day?
Yeah.
You're a lunatic. I knew I liked you.
One of the biggest challenges for the MyMusic show was the time constraints. I can remember the craziest day on set being we had so many different look changes between Toby had his Satan horns on and Scene had to be turned into a wall. We also had Bigfoot making an appearance. I think Grace had an arrow stuck in her neck, and there's all these gags that we had to do, and really we only had about 15 minutes to do every look change, so I'm particularly proud of my team for doing that.
So the hardest part of executing my role in this scale of production is not wanting to make sure that everything that I do has to be seen on camera. For instance, when Raina, as she was dating Punk, I hand-painted Union Jacks onto her combat boots. You'll never see that. Yeah, it's the details, and like that's what helps make the characters real. And so when people do notice like the Plur bracelets on Dubstep and Techno, and they're like, where do you get those? I want to comment back and be like, I made those, but I let go.
Working with a crew this size for that many days and hours, sometimes we would be on set 12 to 14 hours, it really becomes a family. And you really start relying on each other and you really become good friends. And I actually have seen many of the cast outside of MyMusic since we wrapped. So I'm very excited to say I have a brand new family and friends.
Being on the set was like being with family. The TheFineBros, they're used to doing everything themselves. So to be able to outsource that and to hire professionals, I think they're able to really focus on what matters more to them, which is the directing and the producing end, and making sure the story is really solid.
I mean, look at the looks across this thing. It's kind of overwhelming when you really think about just how different someone like a Techno or Idol would look like from episode to episode, and keeping track of all of that too is just completely crazy. So it was an incredible team with people that we'll definitely be working with, hopefully for the rest of our careers.